You're watching Ride Like a Local with Belt Drive Betty. Welcome to another episode of Ride Like a Local. This week I'm at the Airdrie Bikes and Bulls Rumble on the Runway. I'm at the Airdrie Bikes and Bulls event, the Rumble on the Runway, and we've been enjoying some rather interesting weather, some very interesting events, and been talking to some of the different participants and sponsors of the event, and hence why I am here with Derek and Tyler, and they're from TOS. Tell us what TOS is.
TOS is a casing company in Alberta here. We do full service casing across the board, so we supply power tong services, connection supervision services, computer torque monitoring services, volant services, and casing washing. So anything you need to do to run casing in your wells.
So obviously the I love oil and gas is really important to these guys because the oil field is what gives them their living, but being a sponsor of this event is what helps you give back to your community, correct?
That's right. I think that's the biggest thing, is seeing the community come together and be able to provide that maybe people or families that don't have the means that we luckily do have because of the oil industry and some of our people that we know in the industry as well. Yeah.
And this event supports an enormous number of charities in this Rocky View region, and being able to give back, that seems to be a really big theme of the Airdrie Bikes and Bulls event.
Absolutely. So they pick specific charities every year that they're going to sponsor, and I think they raise a good amount of money every year for this, and it'd be nice to really get this event going for next year, and I bet you they could do even greater things for their community.
Well, and I think the Airdrie Oilmen's Association, I mean, they believe in giving back into their community where they live and play and where they also work out of and make their money from. So it's a really interesting concept to bring three different communities that are all very family oriented. You've got your motorcycle community, you've got the rodeo community, and then you've got the drag racing community. And those three industries or sports are all very, very family. What did you think being out here this weekend about the environment?
I think obviously, as you mentioned, the weather put a little bit of a damper on it, but for me, there's probably nothing better than obviously my son, but when you get to see the other families and get to see kids and the excitement, whether it's drag racing from the loud engines or the motorbikes doing the jumps, they're so innocent, and the kids are out here to have a good time, and I think that's what we're trying to do, is create the next generation of not only maybe good workers, but people that are going to take over these charities and make sure that for years to come, families and people in need are going to be taken care of.
Well, and that's just the thing, right, is when you can instill into your children that ability to pay it forward, to be in service to others, and to support those who need the support. When you think about it, that's what you guys do at work every day. Absolutely.
That's pretty much what we do. We work as a team. Every company, I don't think there's anything in the oil field that's not team oriented, and it's a huge structure. Every company has a big structure, right from the oil company we're working for down to all the service companies. So yeah, it's kind of a neat little community that we build even at work, and we spill it over to places like this. And I mean, you can see it, there's a lot of different folks from a lot of different walks of life here, and we all get along and have a great weekend together.
And like I said, the environment, you see the kids, you hear the music, you see the bull riding and all of the hoopla over there, and then you watch the MFX guys and the young ones on the Honda, the
riders.
Yeah, the Little Red Riders, the junior program, and then you see the drag racers. And what strikes me as one of the most rich aspects of this event is that whole family. It doesn't matter where you go. If you're in with the rodeo people, they're going to treat your kid
They're going to take them in as one.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And I think that that's the thing is, and that's what the kids are looking for. They're sometimes a little nervous, a little sheepish, and next thing you know, you see them up on the gates and they're petting the sheep or the bulls or anything like that. And that's what it's supposed to be like. Anyone here, no matter what walk of life you are, is accepted, and we're just looking for people to enjoy and have a good time. Absolutely.
Well, like I said, this has been the Airdrie Bikes and Bulls event. Two of their sponsors talking a little bit about what this event means to them. And let's give them, the public, a chance to find out a little bit more about TOS. Tell them how they can find you on the internet.
We are on the internet at tubularopti.com. We can be contacted by phone. We're on every listing online. And yeah, our main operation area is Grand Prairie, so much as the rest of the oil industry right now. So yeah, look us up if you're ever in need of casing services.
And I want to thank you for tuning in to the Airdrie Bikes and Bulls episode of Ride Like a Local. Lacombe, Alberta, runner-up community in Canada's most rider-friendly community contest. Situated just off Highway 2, the city of Lacombe provides access to hundreds of kilometers of secondary highway riding, making it a natural stop when touring through central Alberta. From June to August, Wednesdays are filled with music, food, and fun at the Lacombe Memorial Centre for Music in the Park. Lacombe, Alberta, in the heart of it all. RiderFriendly.com combines a social business directory with content marketing. Create coupons, special offers, and events, and let us promote them for you. RiderFriendly.com, helping riders find rider-friendly businesses. I'm at the Airdrie Bikes and Bulls Rumble on the Runway event, and I'm being joined right now by a gentleman named Rick, and his company has sponsored all of the security personnel to have quads and all kinds of things to work with. So tell me a little bit about why you decided to get involved with this, because Ralph's Motorsports is a pretty well-known name in this part of the country.
Yeah, we've been in business now about 49 years. Next year we'll be in business for 50 years. And it's a local event. And the oil and gas needs all the support we can get right now. And that's why we came on board, just to help them out.
Well, and that's wonderful. And it's such a family event. I bet you've got lots of people coming and talking to you and looking at your machines.
Yeah, I was actually surprised at how many kids would be at this event. So I'm pleased, very pleased at the turnout. It's been really good. So hopefully tonight it just keeps going.
Well, I'm sure it will, and you're actually, situated in a pretty good area because you've got a bit of a view of the rodeo grounds, and you got a pretty sweet view of the drag racing strip, and now you're going to have a great view of the FMX jumping as well. So how did you score the cherry spot in the place?
I don't know. Adrian's such a good guy. He really helped us out, and he says, I got a spot for you in your trailer. So yeah, it was awesome. Really happy to be here.
And how would people find Ralph's Motorsports if they've never been to Airdrie before?
Well, we're right on the highway, right between Calgary and Airdrie, right at the Balzac overpass, right by Bucar's RV. Yeah, you can't miss us.
And how would they find you on the internet?
www.ralphsmotorsports.com.
Perfect. Well, folks, if you ever find yourself in the Airdrie, Calgary area, stop into Ralph's Motorsports, one of the great sponsors of the Airdrie Oilman's Bikes and Bulls Rumble on the Runway. Hafford, Saskatchewan, Canada's most rider-friendly community from the 2018 riding season. Located between North Battleford and Prince Albert and not far from Saskatoon, it's the perfect day ride destination. With welcoming folks and great small businesses, Hafford has everything you could need while out for a motorcycle ride. Hafford, Saskatchewan, Canada's most rider-friendly community, 2018. Where commerce and community meet. The staff at Community Futures, Grand Prairie and region love helping entrepreneurs, young and old, succeed in their goals. What can we do to help you reach yours? That's our time for this week, folks. Next week, we're back in Airdrie for more Bikes and Bulls.